countdown to the liftoff of an
seconds.
Atlas V rocket.
25.
Status check.
Go Atlas.
Go Boost Centaur.
Go Solar Orbiter.
There you heard the final status check for Booster Centaur and the spacecraft. Everything is go.
And so here we go. T-minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff of our solar orbiter, an international collaboration to give us new images and a better understanding of our life-giving star. Listening now, you hear the voice of Patrick Moore, ULA's launch commentator.
Now 25 seconds into flight. Chamber pressure on the SRB looks good. Engine operating parameters on the RD-180 also look good.
Good report so far. Atlas V beginning the
35
pitch
seconds
over.
in, vehicle is completing the pitch over maneuver. Now 41 seconds into flight.
45 seconds into flight, everything is looking good.
We heard that the RD-180 engine was operational.
RD-180
nominal.
throttling down slightly as expected. Engine response looks good.
I'm going to pull those engines down for just a little bit as we
And vehicle's now passing
anticipate
Mach 1.
max
Atlas
Q.
5 is now supersonic. Vehicle's now passing through max Q, maximum dynamic pressure.
At maximum dynamic pressure is the period of maximum mechanical stress on the rocket because it's reached its highest velocity and resistance created by the Earth's atmosphere.
Back up to full thrust as expected.
Made it through and they're throttling back up.
And standing by for SRB burnout. And we have burnout on the solid rocket booster. Atlas will hold on to the SRB for an additional 47 seconds prior to jettison.
They're going to let that thing go at 2 minutes and 19 seconds.
Now
that
1
extra
minute 45
boost.
seconds into flight. RD-180 continues to perform well at full thrust. Pump speeds and injector pressures look good.
All right, stand by now for booster jettison.
And now coming up on 2 minutes into flight, the Atlas V vehicle now weighs just 1/2 of its liftoff weight. RD-180 throttling down slightly as expected. Engine response continues to look good. And standing by for SRB jettison shortly.
Now look to your screen.
And we have good
you'll see
indication
it. There
of
it goes.
jettison of the solid rocket booster. Atlas V has gone to Q alpha limited closed loop steering. Vehicle body rates look good.
Now the next major milestone is
Now
booster
2 minutes
engine
35
cutoff
seconds into flight.
at 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
And the second stage RCS system press valve is opened. System now pressurizing to flight levels.
Flying at over 5,000 miles per hour.
Now 3 minutes into flight, approximately 1 minute remaining until BECO.
And he's talking about main engine cutoff. 1 minute.
RD-180
until
continues
MECO.
to look good. At pump speeds and injector pressures look good. 3 minutes, 15 seconds in.
All right, about to cut that booster.
Vehicle body rates
Just a
look
few
stable.
seconds.
Now 3 minutes, 30 seconds in. RD-180 now throttling to maintain a constant 5G acceleration limit. Engine response looks good. And we've begun boost phase chill down. And we have good indication of Atlas Centaur separation. We have pre-start on the RL-10, standing by for ignition.
Next major milestone is the payload fairing. When that comes off,
We have ignition
the
and
Latin
full
exposes
thrust on the
spacecraft.
RL-10. Chamber pressure looks good. Body rates look good.
That payload
And
fairing
we have good
jettison
indication of payload fairing
coming
jettison.
right now.
This first burn of today's mission will last approximately 8 minutes. And the RCS system is now performing initial firings to warm up the RCS motor catalyst bed. System response looks good. 11,800 miles per hour. 5 minutes, 10 seconds into flight.
And you're listening to the voice of Patrick Moore, ULA's launch commentator. Very closely, as this is a very tense time for them, but no need to worry because at this point Centaur is taking her to the spot that she needs to go. And this Centaur, we were talking a little bit earlier, it's the last of its kind that is in flight now, but it's getting some upgrades.
Ready to fire up. This coast period that we're in will be about 30 minutes to get into position before we have to fire up the Centaur engine again. That'll be about 39 minutes into the mission that we will do that, and it will fire for roughly 6 minutes.